Even
Meanwhile, yes. Tell me, you're saying something.
yeah, sorry. Actually, I was asking, can we use this Salesforce account from our work laptop also?
Yes, you can use from any system.
Oh,
No company will restrict, like let's suppose if your company working on Salesforce, they won't restrict to use your personal Salesforce account also in your system.
okay.
Fine.
Thank you.
Okay. So can any one of you please tell me the difference between data loader and this data input wizard?
Shall I tell?
Yes, you can.
Yeah, in data input wizard is we can use only for 50 records to upload the records, and whether
50,
as that
just 50,
50,000 records, sorry.
50K
So
records. Okay.
yeah, so data loader is more than 50 K records we can use up
5
to
million, up to 5 million.
5 million.
Okay. Next
And
one.
data wizard is used for importing all the like important Salesforce objects, but
Okay.
data
What are
loader is,
they? What are they?
for example, like except import and opportunities, other all important objects we can.
It won't support which object? Opportunity, yeah?
Opportunity and cases.
False. Opportunity and cases. Okay. Whereas data loader will support all objects,
Yes,
right? Okay.
yes.
Hmm. The next.
And in data wizard, we can insert, update, and upsert
Mm-hmm.
only. And in data loader, we can do insert, update, upsert, delete, hard delete, export, and export all.
Okay. Perfect. Here additionally we will do delete and export. Okay.
Export all.
Hmm. Export and export are both are similar mostly. Yes. Next
Hard
difference.
delete.
Yeah. Here we'll get a hard delete option as well. Hard delete means we can delete data permanently. Hmm. Next,
That's all I know.
I think coming to the data loader, we can schedule data import or data export. So if you schedule means like if you schedule some execution, it will run at a scheduled time.
That means without our intervention, once you
Yes.
schedule the timing, it will
Yes.
schedule.
Yes. So there's another feature. Okay, we'll see first data input wizard and how to use it. Then we'll jump into Workbench and we'll see how Workbench will work. Okay,
Okay.
data. So if you want to work with the data input wizard, you can search data input. So you can see data input wizard. In the integrations, you will see this. So prior to that, you should have an idea that like for which objects records you want to insert. So coming to the data input wizard, you can see the instructions how to use it. So here you can see launch wizard. If you click on this launch wizard, it will launch data input wizard application. And here how to use this application, you'll be having small video series. If you want, you can go through that video series. So first step is pre-step. Prepare your data for import. Then next choose data to import, edit field mapping, review and start importing. So prior to that, we should have a data. So initially what I'll do is I'll click on launch wizard. After this, I'll prepare a data. So you can see coming to the objects, you can see coming to the standard objects, it won't support all the standard objects. It supports accounts and contacts, leads, solution, and campaigns. Coming to the standard objects, these objects only be available. Whereas coming to the custom objects, you can use any custom object. So in this Salesforce system, in this account, we created only two custom objects. One is companies and second one is employees. That's why you can able to see do two custom objects only. So tell me which object records will going to insert now?
Custom
Custom object. Which one? Companies or employees?
employees.
Okay. So to insert employees records, initially I have to know what are the required fields there. Okay. For that, what I'll do is I'll go to my first tab. It's an employees, right? Now, yeah, if I am click on leave, I'll see, let's suppose full-time employee. So here to create a records, we should specify record type also. Okay, we'll see. So to create these, the mandatory fields are employee name, company, we should specify company name, and type. Type means contractor full-time, we should specify. Okay. So coming to the company, with whatever the company you have to map, you should specify this company ID. Okay. How to get ID? Let's suppose you go to company record. Yeah. So I'll take help of some tool, a tool called Macro, which is used to generate a dummy data. So I have to create a data set. So first, I'll remove this complete stuff. Add another field. So first, which type of field we should have?
Name.
Employee name, right? Name. Choose type. Which type of field it is? Name. Company name. Anyone name.
First name.
First name. Yes. So we are choosing a name field. The next, which field we need more?
Last name.
Last name is not required, right? Coming to the employee record. So it's an employees. If you create new employee, so if you select full time, you can able to see type as a mandatory field. So coming to the type, we'll be having contract and full time, isn't it?
Yes.
So we'll select
Type.
it is. So this insertion is bit complex. Why means like here lookup fields also involved. That's why it is bit difficult at this place. Okay. So here I don't want to add any values. Should you see character sequence, development formula, JSON. Basic. Nothing is saved. Okay. So I don't want to give any data type to this, or else I will add this column later. Yeah, blank. Sorry. Yes. Okay. Just we added a column. Later we'll remove that and we'll change it. Okay. This thing is, yeah, I leave it as is. The next we have to add, yeah, These columns we can add later, like first name only, the random names, it's more than enough. The next fields are job country. These are dependent fields as these are not required. Company, it is a lookup. We'll add it later. Okay. So now what I am doing is, yeah, these are the required fields. Employee name, type of the employment, contractor full-time, and the next will be having company. Okay. So now what I'll do is just with the names, I am downloading the sample data. Okay. Generate data. Just 1,000 records I'm creating. Okay, I open the file. Perfect. So the next column is along with the name, which column we should have? Type. The next another column would be
company name.
company. The next dot development. Okay. So coming to the type, what are the different types we'll be having? So we should take
Full-time
that.
contract.
Yeah, we should take that API names from our object manager. So contract. First 500 records, I'll keep type like contract. Okay. The next from here onwards, I'll keep contract full time. Sorry. Reset. So where it is. Done. So we created this column also. The next what we have to do. So coming to the company. So coming to the company records, what we have to do is as it is in which type of field it is. It is a lookup field. So coming to the lookup fields, we should specify a ID, record ID. Okay. So now how to do that, I'll show you. Details, right? Yep. So test. So coming to test record, you can see the like ID. Here you will find a record ID. This is said as a record ID. We should specify this thing to create a record. Let's suppose first 300, I'll keep this name as a company name. let's suppose till this portion I'm keeping that recording. So now I'll create another company. New. This also we got some record ID, you can see here. Just I'm preparing a data for the first time, okay? So as it is involved with the lookup relationship fields, that's why we should specify this thing as well. If it is not contains shit, gone. I think it's having numbers, right? How to copy single value to multiple cells at a time?
No, select, come down.
Mhm. Now it will use
No,
it.
no.
We'll see. Yeah, it's coming now. Done. Perfect. The next we'll create another one, another record in the companies. So the IT services. So sorry, spelling mistake. What will happen with that? Okay, the next. Then perfect. So I'll keep these names. It's more than enough as of now. Done. Perfect. So now we had created a record type dot developer name, right? Here the purpose of record type dot developer name is, so coming to this object, coming to this employee object, we'll be having two types of record types. One is a contract record type and another one is a full-time employment type. So prior creating this record initially to the database, we are specifying which type of record we are going to create. That stuff we should specify before creating a record from anywhere. So for that purpose, I took record type dot developer name. Developer name means API name of a record type. Okay. Developer name means API name of record type. So now what I'll do is, here we'll be having record types. We'll see the record types. Let's suppose first few records will be created with a full time. Here you can see record type name. It's a API name. Okay. Now I'm saving it. For the first 500 records or some records, I'll keep full time as an employee record type developer name. Enough. From here onwards, I'll keep contract. So coming to the contract also, we should do same like however we did for full time. So contract also you'll do same. Contract record type. So now we are ready with the dummy data. So what I have to do is I have to create a record. Perfect. Now I have to save this data set. Perfect. So we prepared the data. Now we have to create a record for this. So for that, we have to go to data import wizard. So coming to the custom object, we are creating employees records. So while creating the records, you can see the options. What do you want to do? Add new records, update existing record, add new and update existing records. So we are adding new records. And to do while doing this, you'll see a lot of options. Match by whether you want to check duplicate records or not. Yes, if you want to check, you can keep check it. Name. Which user field is your file designated record owners? I am not considering that. So salesforce.com ID name. Okay. I'm not mapping this as it is not required. So you can see custom object records owned by users. Choose the field that designs the owner of the field. That's not required. By default, it will be considered salesforce.com ID relationship and a record type. By default, which record type you want to specify, you can specify here. Okay, by default, it is considering full-time employee, right? Okay. Whereas if there is any automation running on any background, if you want to run that automation on these inserted records or not, you can select that option here if you want to perform any. The next, we should upload a CSV file. As by default, record type developer name is that full-time selected here. We'll see whether we can able to apply that or not. So we'll be having file here, mock data file. I'm opening it. And click on next. After choosing the file, here you can see the field mapping. So if you keep a field names much similar, those fields will be mapped by default. Employee name, you can see it is mapped directly. Type, you can see it is mapped directly. Company, you can see it is mapped directly. Record type developer name, it is not mapped directly. Why means this field is not exactly available there. So now I have to map this. So you can see record type. I have to map record type with the record type developer name. Yes, perfect. Control minus, I unable to see the map option. Yes, I can see map option now. So now I mapped record type field as well. Okay, so now every field we map. The next what I'll do is I'll click on next. All see you can it will show all the mapped fields, add new records, mock data 2.csv. Everything is mapped here. And click on start import. Okay. So you can see the complete information here. So progress 100%, record process 1000, record field 635. So here you can see the results. Whatever the record passed and whatever the record field, you can see that result here. So field custom validation exception. Please enter end date. So coming to this background validations also fire. So on which cases this will happen? Success ID fail. Custom validation error. Easter.name. Duplicate value. So duplicate or rule also filed. So coming to the contract employees, we made end date field as a required field, isn't it? Coming to the contract employees, we made end date as a mandatory file. Did you guys remember this?
Yes.
Because of that, those records are prevented. So if you want to insert those records also, what you have to do is, prior doing this, we have a file, right? Mokaru file. On that file, what you have to do is, you can add end date column. You have to add end date column. So by adding end date column here, wherever the contract employee rule is present, there you can add end date. So here, from here onwards, you can see contract, right? So from here onwards, wherever you have contract, you should have end date value. Then those record also be inserted into Salesforce database. Is it clear?
Yes.
Yes. Now what I'll do is, I'll go to Salesforce and we'll see employees records. I think we did not touch the employee field active field as well. All employees I have to see. You can see. Only few records will see. It will show us 1,000, like how many records we inserted, that many records we can able to see here. Make sense?
Yes.
Yes. That's about data input wizard. So if you want to insert the record for the same object, you can do in a similar way, and you should add required fields. Make sense?
Yeah.
The next we'll be having another tool called Workbench. So yeah, coming to the data inspector, will be having Salesforce inspector, right? By taking help of Salesforce inspector, we can export the data corresponding to any object. Okay, let's suppose I have to download the data which is available in this system completely. So for that, you can perform data export. So you can click on inspector while coming to that object, and you can click on data export. And here you should write a query. So queries I did not cover it. For developers, I'll cover it. Select ID, comma name. So here the beauty is, you need not to enter everything. So let's suppose you can type employee, it will give you suggestion like employee. Okay, so coming to the ID, after ID, do you want any fields? It will suggest you that field names as well. So coming to the employee, I have to get company. And then next, along with the company, I want to get a type. The next, record type dot developer name dot developer name. So if you want to see this data, you can click on export. Type. So here some extra comma is there. That's why it's not coming. It is giving complete data. Okay. So prior creating record types, we created few records. That's why we are unable to see record type and record type dot developer name. Okay. So if you want to download this data, what you can do, copy to Excel format. You can click on this and the tool. I'll clone it. Control, and you can copy paste data like this. In this way, you can download the data by taking help of Salesforce inspector. Similar to this, we'll be having Workbench. To log in into Workbench, what you can do is you can type Workbench. So it's a Workbench. So you can see, you can agree terms and conditions, log in with Salesforce. So it will ask you to allow. So by default, it is taking me into this one. Whereas if you are logged in from incognito window or some other places, it will tell you to log in with a login in a production or sandbox. As I logged in already, that's why it is showing like that. So let's suppose I'm opening Workbench in incognito window. Here you can see environment, production or sandbox. In a real time, most of the times we'll use sandbox now. You can select sandbox at that cases. So now I'm going with the production, login with Salesforce. It will ask us to enter credentials. However, previously we have to enter while logging into the Salesforce, right? Like that, it will ask. Or else, like if you are already logged in beside tabs, it will directly take you into this. So you can see a lot of things here. Information, if you want to get any information, you can do it. If you want to query the data, you can do it. Data, insert, update, upset, delete, undelete things also you can do. If you want to insert the data, so here you can do undelete as well. Remember. So if the whenever you delete records in a Salesforce, those records will present 15 days in a recycle bin. So from that also you can restore the records by selecting this undelete option. Okay, so migration, deploy and retrieve, utilities will be having this. So if you want to insert the records, you can go to data in this and you can click on insert record. From here onwards, everything is same. If you want to insert single record, you can do that. From file means you can click on from file option. Here you can upload that CSV file, whatever the CSV file you have to upload. So by uploading this, you can insert a record into Salesforce system. Okay, it will take you into different steps. So let's suppose I'll select same file. Next. So prior to this, we should select the object, right? Sorry. Insert. So object here, we should select an object. However, we selected previously. It will support all the objects. Okay. So like that, you can try this tool as well. So join with the same link again. If this session terminates. Okay. So next. So you can see field mapping. Again, it will give you a field mapping. So these are the Salesforce fields. These are the CSV file fields. With which field you want, you have to map each and every field. So required fields, it will mark directly.